Welcome back, YouTube. This is C-O-Z-U-N-O-N. I pronounce that cause unknown. Why?
Because your cause unknown, I have no idea.
No idea. It's a long reason. Don't even worry about it. I'm just Ricky today. And today I'm doing a video response to kompakatch. He's actually a newer video reviewer that I found recently, and he's actually really good. He recently hit 200 subs, and I just want to say congratulations.
Way to go, man.
Way to go. He doesn't even know who you are.
I have no idea who you are, dude.
I'll show him a video later. But I just want to say congratulations on the 200 subs. And he was one of the people to post up a video response about their favorite video game in-boss villain, whatever. And I kind of cheated. I chose two, but I'm gonna explain the first one. And I invited my brother here because I didn't want him to find out via YouTube, because he's got a big part of this story. He doesn't even know it. Doesn't know it. But the first one I want to say is, I'm just going to, because he's here, it's going to be The Secret of Mana. You remember that game?
Yes.
Secret of Mana.
Awesome game.
Awesome game. At the end of the game, you fight Thanos, and then you end up fighting the Mana Beast. And I remember when we got this game, we originally borrowed it from one of our other brother's friends, I believe. We borrowed it from somebody.
We borrowed it from our little brother's friend.
That's what I said.
Brian.
We don't need to say his name. He's a douchebag. But anyway, so we borrowed the game from him, and this little douchebag had everything. He always got all the cool games. And the only time we got new games, and they weren't new, was if we would trade in two of our old games with $5 to a pawn shop. Yeah, baby. You remember that shit.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So we used to mow lawns.
We
used to mow lawns to get $5, take two crappy games to a pawn shop to get a new one. But Secret of Mana had just been released at this time.
Just released.
Just released, so there's no way we were getting this shit. No one's pawning this shit.
Oh, no, nuh-uh.
So what happened was, my brother here,
That'd be me.
that'd be him, had a birthday coming up. And he begged and begged and begged
My daddy to get me this game.
But my dad's a cheap ass.
He's a fucking cheap ass.
Big time.
Big time.
So, my dad, being the cheap ass he's known to being, tried to get him some little cheap gift that didn't count, that was just dumb. And he even tried to take him to another store that didn't sell video games just to get out from buying a $60 video game.
He took me to a store that he knew in advance didn't sell video games, thinking that I would be stupid enough to actually accept that. I wanted this game.
I thought it was going to work too, because he's a pretty stupid little kid.
I was a pretty stupid little kid, but for the love of this game, I was being intelligent that one day. One day.
So finally, after all the bickering and the big hole in my dad's wallet now, we got this game.
Yeah, $60 later, I got that game.
Now, what I wanted to say, the reason I was going to go with this game and I didn't go with this game is I was real competitive with this game. I think we were all were in the beginning, and we were all about the same. All three of us, we were all playing it. Me and him and the smaller brother.
Actually, we were neck to neck for a while there,
for a long time.
Near the end of it,
Hold on. That's where I'm going. The other brother kind of fell off about a third of the way through it, and then about 3/4 of the way, I kind of just took off, and I was ahead of everybody. And this game was like a religion. Like, I would come home and I'd play this fucking game. I mean, that's how epic this game was to me. Next to probably Legend of Zelda, this was probably like the best Super Nintendo game that I've ever played at the time, which wasn't saying a lot because all ours were like cheap reject pawn shop video games. But so I'm getting ready to beat the game. Mana Beast kicks my ass a couple of times. I remember that, and then I get a conscience somehow. Never had one before. I was an asshole. I was a jerk.
A miracle of God.
But I started getting a conscience, and I started hating myself for this fucking thing. I'm like, fuck you, conscience. I'm beating this fucking game. So, I'm still an asshole, and I'll explain why in a minute. So, I'm getting ready to beat him. I can tell the Mana Beast is about to be dead. About 1 or 2 hits, and I pause the game, and I give it to Billy so he can beat it. I'm like, you know what, it's his game. He fought long and hard to get this game. He deserves...
Long and hard. You have no idea how much ass I had to kiss to get this game.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
So I was like, he fought really long and hard to get this game. So finally I was like, you know what? I'm going to let you beat it, Billy. Just go ahead and beat it. So I paused it, I gave the controller to him, and I let him beat it.
Being the swell, loving brother that he is, he let me beat it before he did.
Yeah. I eventually beat it, and I waited till there was only like 1 or 2 hits left. So when he said, hey, I beat it first, I'd be like, yeah, but I still beat it for you. So I was still an asshole. But I was still good because I gave it to him to beat first. So that's why I chose Secret of Mana. It's just one of the very first Super Nintendo games that, was so epic that, we had to own. And then,
Awesome game.
Awesome game. Going on to the second one, I know this isn't probably going to be a lot of people's choice, and a lot of people are really hating this company right now, but you can't argue with
shady business practices.
Yeah. But you can't argue with Street Fighter. It's probably like it's my favorite fighting game of all time, and Street Fighter 2 obviously was like the breakout game for me, and Bison is probably like my ultimate bad guy main villain character.
Because he was a bitch to beat.
Because no matter how badass you thought you were, if you had enough stars up to where it was competitively set for you, Bison still kicked the shit out of you. So he made you become a better fighter, to be more, to have your character's moves tuned in order to beat him.
The way he would spam Psycho Driver.
Psycho Driver is so fucking awesome.
That shit sucked.
Awesome.
Many times I would throw the controller down because that shit would be just so frustrating.
But Bison was a man, and he kicked your ass just to prove it. So anyway, those were my 2 choices. I just want to say congratulations again, kompakatch, from me and him. He'll know who you are in a minute. And definitely, here's for like another 200 more. If you guys like the video, go ahead, rate, subscribe. Because this is definitely going to be... I was looking to start making videos, but I think this is really going to be like my segue into it. I just want to say thank you to kompakatch for giving me like a way to start making videos. Thanks, guys. As always, stay up, stay gaming.